Hey guys, before we really start off on today's video, I want to take a quick moment to say rest in peace to Monty Ohm. If you guys don't know who Monty Ohm is, he was an animator at Rooster Teeth, and he was directly responsible for Dead Fantasy series as well as RWBY Ruby, and he also had a part in the Red vs. Blue series that used to be on YouTube, the whole Halo thing. Unfortunately, he passed away just yesterday, and I know we've talked a lot about Ruby on this channel, so I just wanted to say a big thank you to him for creating such a great series and really just like living your dream, being so passionate, and being a positive influence in the animation world. So thank you. Your work was amazing and you will be missed.
Geeks of the Week!
Okay, on to more positive things. In case you didn't watch it, the drunk cosplay video that Mel and I did a few weeks back is now live. I think I put it out last Tuesday or Wednesday, but that is on the Melf YouTube channel. I'll put a link to that below in case you haven't seen it, and bloopers will hopefully be up later this week. I guess we're kind of sticking to the weeb theme again because Baby J asked us what our top 5 anime were. So I always have a problem picking favorites or top of anything, especially something as general as anime. Like if you actually were asking us, oh, what are like the best anime that you recommend? That'd be completely different from like some of the ones that I personally like, because I like shit. Absolute shit. So I'm not going to do a top 5 or anything. I'm just going to throw some shit out there and you can take it or leave it or whatever you want to do with some of these series. So some that I think are overall just really well done across the board. Animation, music, hold up throughout the years. One is going to be obviously a personal favorite, Neon Genesis Evangelion. Not the new movies, those are different. Those are different. But the classic show, I think 24 episodes, 25, 26, something around there, plus the end of Evangelion, the movie that came after it. By far, top choice of all other series. Amazing. A lot of people are just like, what the fuck, when just watching it for the first time, so you kind of have to look at it a little differently than just like your basic slice of life anime. Another series that I highly recommend, even though it's kind of weird just going based off face value, is a show called FLCL. FLCL, or Fooly Cooly as you might call it, is only 6 episodes long, and it's actually really good in both English and Japanese, so that's always a plus. It's got great music, it has a much deeper meaning than you probably would think, and it's just really interesting watching some of the characters move along, even though it's only 6 episodes long. This next one is actually a movie, and it's about only 30 minutes long, but it's called Voices of a Distant Star, and it's probably one of my favorite anime movies of all time. Like I said, it's only 30 minutes, and it was mostly done by one person, and that's incredible as it is. It's a really depressing film, but it has some beautiful music, and the background artwork on it is insanely beautiful, so it's definitely up there in one of my favorite animes. I'm actually going to agree with Baby J about Madoka Magica, because that series just has so many different layers, and if you can't tell, I like anime that have a bit of a deeper meaning to them. I think the anatomy on the characters is really dumb with their giant ass wide like pumpkin style heads, but the background artwork and like the other artwork that are involved is just beautiful. But it also has some really great music on top of all of that. Definitely recommend it, including the final movie. If you want something a little less depressing and a lot more stupid, here's a few suggestions for you. If you want a comedic mech anime, G Gundam is the way to go. I've never seen the series in Japanese, but the English dub is hilarious because they didn't even try half the time. Like, the voice acting is terrible, and the way they dub certain things is just hilarious. But it's probably the most racist Gundam I've ever seen, and it's just hilarious. But it actually has some really good fighting scenes in it, as well as the mechanics of the Gundam are just very different from any other Gundam series. So I highly recommend that series because you just have to watch it. Just watch it. If you want something a bit more slice of life comedy, I would check out Cromartie High School, but it's another one of those series that if you understand Japanese culture a little bit more, it's way more funny. The way Cromartie High School works is that it's kind of like a male version of an all-female cast, but except they're trying to be really, really hardcore guys, but they suck. So think of it as a male equivalent to Azumanga Daioh type deal, but with a few more robots and gorillas and Freddie Mercury on a horse. Yup! And if you want something that's truly, truly ridiculous, then you have to check out Ghost Stories. Ghost Stories is very difficult to find because you can't watch it in Japanese. Never watch that show in Japanese. Like, there's no point. Don't bother. The reason being is because in the English dub of it, they decide to completely redo the storyline and not even bother. I'm pretty sure most of the series is actually ad-libbed. Like, they didn't even bother having a script here, they just said things and made fun of everything. But you just have to trust me, there's like Lindsay Lohan references in this series because, again, they didn't even like try to make it the same as the original. They were just like, let's just put in a bunch of shit and see how this goes. But I could probably go on and on with my recommendations. But yeah, if you guys have any recommendations for me or want to know more about my recommendations, feel free to ask. I'm always here to talk to you about them. But that's pretty much all I had to say for today. I hope you guys all have an amazing Monday. Make sure to like, subscribe, check out the amazing other geeks this week, and I will talk to you next Monday. Bye!